Good evening. I'm conflicted on whether or not to even say that, if that's even appropriate for today. Marcellus Williams, as of approximately 2 hours ago, is no longer with us. From the way reports read, SCOTUS did not deliberate on his case. It appears that Chief Justice Alito did not place it before the panel, and I'm using my words very carefully because there was no decision handed down. There was an order with no dissenting notes, and the three associate justices that the public knows as the liberal justices, Elena Kagan, Ketanji Brown Jackson, and Sonia Sotomayor, it is reported that they would have voted in favor of a stay of execution. To say that I am heartbroken over the sacrifice of another innocent Black body is an understatement. To say that I am enraged by the public at large really does not fully encapsulate what is inside of me. I know my demeanor looks calm, but I am everything but that right now. I cannot and will not speak for anybody else in this moment, but 3 years ago, I walked everyone through step by step how to impeach the associate justices that lied and had multiple impeachable offenses against them to get them off of the Supreme Court to have them replaced. And they could have been replaced under this administration. No one wanted to contact their representation on Capitol Hill en masse. They're not going to listen. They're not going to pick up the phone. They're not going to do anything. Sure. We would not have had Dobbs overturned. We would not have had this. I do my best to break down who candidates are well before people hit the ballot box. But people are so aligned to breaking everything down party lines, they don't listen. Now, so many people are feigning disdain within the state of Missouri about their governor, like they didn't know who they voted in. It is hard because there are more bad days than there are good days just being Black on this planet, let alone in this country. And when you choose to speak up and you choose to educate, there are even fewer good days. There are even fewer victories. You get tossed over, talked over, tossed aside, doxxed, stalked, death threats. And now the ante is about to be upped as if it was the era of Jim Crow. Because they are going to weaponize this man. And by they, I'm not talking about a particular race or particular ethnicity, because there are people who will grift on his name. There are people who are ignorant and do not understand how things work, but people are going to listen to them because when you sow discourse, it is popular. And at the end of the day, every Black femme presenting person, every Black woman that will not tap dance will not be safe. We have but a moment to mourn before we must move on to the next task. And part of that task is trying to stay alive long enough to move the construction crew down this road to equity. I wish I could say that I was surprised. Because the actual murderer is still sitting in a Missouri prison, alive, after receiving $10,000 to lie. But it doesn't matter, because in an hour, all of my inboxes will fill up with your voices needed here. I need to trauma dump on you there. I need to fight you to fight for me now. I am not strong by design. I am not strong because of birthright. I don't have a choice. Taking a moment to take a breath is viewed as laziness and shiftlessness. And on top of that, it's deemed as not caring about my own community. But I know no matter how many times myself or hundreds, thousands of other people walk people through what to do to actually get change, they won't. In 60 years, they'll bring up this case, they'll bring up this day, they'll pretend that they gave a damn and say that this needs to change. We don't need any more of this. While all the while, in the background, yet another case that looks exactly like this will be happening, and yet another Black child will be lost to their family forever. They will be resting within the bosom of our ancestors. And it will keep happening. And it will keep happening. because they will only listen to us when they can weaponize us when we are no longer here. We are the greatest thing since sliced bread pockets and Betty White when we're dead. And we leave words that they can twist. Knowing this, seeing this pattern, it does make it hard to continue and fight the good fight. That's why I don't criticize people too much when you see their content change, when you don't see them at the protest anymore, when you bring them a petition and they shiver away from it as if it's Pennywise waiting in the sewer for them with a red balloon. As hard as it is, I must be honest. When it goes right, it goes ever so right. When there is a victory, oh, there is a victory. There are no small steps and there are no small victories. Even when you see that light bulb go off in somebody's head and you realize that they finally get it as much as they can get it, it does make it all worth it. But when it doesn't work, it is like getting hit with an anvil that it takes you a while to lift off of you. But this is yet another example of the party who wants to tell you about small government, wanting to control who lives and dies. And if you take this moment with Marcellus Williams and thinks that it will stop with just black or brown bodies, I have news for you. White supremacy is individualistic. They will sacrifice you just as quickly as they will sacrifice me. Missouri is one of 4 states that executed people last year. Of the people they executed last year, 1 was also innocent. 1 was also innocent. It's not about justice for a lot of people. It's about building a resume and statistics and a column of wins and losses. You hear them speak. It's about owning the other side. It's about showing that you are better. Because the same Missouri Republicans that want to criticize Madam Vice President Harris for her prosecutorial record just got another notch in their belt. Okay. We can cry, we can scream, we can yell, we can get it out. We can be down for a moment, but we cannot be down forever. I may have to sacrifice some moments of frustration and a few tears, but thus far, I haven't had to sacrifice my life. So, with that, let's shift gears for a little bit. Let's do what we do best over here. Let's make fun of some idiots. There was a Trump-themed birthday party. And the age of the birthday person is not what you think. Let's just say they won't be voting in November.
Bless this app for showing me this birthday party. This was Tyner's 4th birthday party. And this is real, you guys, okay? Because we tagged JD Vance and Donald Trump in this. Got our Make America Great Again cake. Chicken salad, not your cat. Freedom chips. Dems are fruity sent me over the edge at a 4-year-old's birthday party. Kernels of rice to the occasion, USA. Red wave punch. I think the whole big ass Trump too, which definitely made that 4-year-old cry. Definitely did. But I think the thing that really is insane is like I think that is the birthday boy. And I believe that is a picture of Donald Trump as a child. And it says future presidents. A Trump themed birthday party is just like absolutely insane, unhinged, cult-like behavior. Like even the little like Trump flags on the birthday cake, like not the Trump flags on the birthday cake. Happy birthday, Tyner.
Although that gave us some good material to crack some jokes, y'all know me. I had to dig a little further, okay? I had to. Now, Trump nor Vance replied, probably because they're dealing with an impending lawsuit and court dates from a Haitian nonprofit in Springfield, Ohio that's suing the pants off of them because, fuck around, find out. It gets worse.
This birthday party. This was Tyner's 4th birthday party.
Oh no, it gets so much better because I have an update on Tyner's 4th birthday party and their family uploaded videos from it. And it is as perfect as you would imagine it is. First, in case you missed it, the internet is going crazy this week over Tyner's 4th birthday party, which as you can see is MAGA themed. Also super bold start that they already forgot there needs to be an apostrophe right there. Chef's kiss to begin. And before you ask, yes, I did a deep dive. They are born and raised from Alabama. Like, just imagine poor Tyner being like, Mommy, I want a Bluey party. Sorry, Tyner, maybe next year we're doing Make America Great Again. Here's a photo of the beautiful, magnificent cake. I have to say, they went all in on this. And I have to agree, you just know that the kids were crying when they saw that cutout. But on this table, you can see some interesting photo collages. Specifically, I believe they're comparing a photo of Tyner, the man, the myth, the legend himself, with a baby photo of Trump. And yeah, the resemblance is uncanny, I'll give you that. I have to give him this one though. This meme was Tyler's 4th birthday is huge. It's gonna be great. The greatest birthday, better than any other birthday you've ever had. We're gonna do this birthday so well, you're never gonna need to go to another birthday again. Oh wait, sorry. He said that about voting, not birthdays. I also love like the 3rd grade reading level in which they titled all the food something that was close to being funny but like missed the mark of a little bit, like chicken salad, not your cat. Like I see what they're trying to do here. Would have read better if they said like not your cat's chicken salad, or just title it like no cats were harmed in the making of this chicken salad. We got the freedom chips again, just feels a little lazy. I think they meant like don't dip, like don't skip out on voting. Again, I would have maybe gone with like Dem dips, like a jab at the Dems. You could have even like colored them blue. This one was really close. They said Dems are fruity. Again, it would have just been funnier to name it Fruity Dems. Red Wave Punch was good, but again, Punch was redundant. It's obviously Punch, just title it Red Wave. And they finally nail conciseness here by naming it Kernels of Truth instead of Kernels of Truth popcorn. Because in the end here, they understand that, oh, people actually have eyes and they can see that that's popcorn. And rice to the occasion Rice Krispie bars weren't bad. If you're like me, after seeing this video go viral, your first thought was, I need to see the demographic that attended this party. Well, luckily for y'all, they posted it publicly later. And trust me, it gets good. And full disclosure, no hate involved, I'm just reporting on what I found that they posted publicly on public profiles for the whole world to see. Everyone thinks it's this woman's kid because she was the first person to post everything publicly, but it's actually not. Oh, sorry. If you go to her profile, you'll actually discover that between her and her sister, they got about 1 trillion kids already. And it's actually her younger sister's kid. Do you want to take a crazy guess which one she is in the photo? I think it's a little obvious. So I sprinted over to her sister's profile, and we're in luck. She posted a ton of public stuff from that day. And the videos really do not disappoint. First of all, we have this OOTD, where I'm honestly impressed by the way that her eyes keep the same, like, the whole entire time. Like, go off, queen. Give them no thoughts behind those eyes. We love. And then she posted a whole vlog of the day itself. Here you can see her and baby Tyner getting ready to make America great. And her husband, who looks like he's never been happier to be alive in his entire life. And for accuracy's sake, this man's actually not Tyner's biological father, but I just have to put it out there anyways. This is looking like one of those real traditional Alabama marriages. Like, siblings are dating? You tell me. Maybe both. But on a very serious note, please remember that first cousins are still just cousins. And then we have this photo of Tyner at the birthday party, and to be clear, I was on the fence on whether or not I would let Tyner's face be shown in this video, but they have now posted themselves Tyner multiple times. I do think it's important for everyone to see the light draining from his eyes here, as he realizes he's never getting that bluey party. And to top it all off, I'd like to share a post that many of the other party attendees liked and shared publicly, because the irony just went 10,000 miles above their head. I'm always surprised at the number of people who do not realize they are supporting people who want to take everything from them. Also, polite jump scare warning, if I was forced to watch this video now, so are you. I won't lie, it's the faces. Every time it gets me.
One second. JC, you know I'm a heathen. You know I'm a heathen, right? I know I'm in the negative with JC points. I know this. You know this. I will work on collecting JC points tomorrow or next week. One of those. It'll be before I come up there and meet you, okay? All right? I'm going to just say what I need to say, because the jokes, they was writing themselves. All right. Okay. First of all, how did they have kids? Because they ain't got no rhythm. It had to be luck of the draw, or he's a quick draw McGraw. I don't know. Okay. She's dead in her eyes because every time she popped out 21 damn kids, I'm exaggerating. I'm being facetious. I don't know how many kids she got. They took a bit of her soul with her. Okay. And poor Tyner, first of all, his name is Tyner. That boy clocked out when he realized when they were saying Tyner, they were talking about him. Okay. He's looking like these motherfuckers here. Tyner. Let me give you some old school advice, baby boy. You at a certain age can divorce your parents. You can become emancipated. Okay. Don't do the traditional Alabama white boy shit. Okay, we got enough of that going on right now. Okay, we even got black kids that's trying to get in on that. Do not off the parents. They look like they're gone. They look like Resident Evil zombies about the eyes. Okay, that daddy, he doesn't seem to be feeling Trump, but he likes touching her undercarriage. So he is just gonna be along for the ride. I don't know how that ride goes because they on two different beats on two different fucking planets. And how at a kid's party are you going to say dims are fruity and you want the kids to eat it? Isn't that the fruitiest thing ever, encouraging kids to eat up? Also, you got 11 kids and you did this for Tyner for his 4th birthday. What you going to do for the other kids? You going to have a JD Vance party? You going to have a Laura Loomer wackadoodle party? Is it going to be Wackalora? Like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing? And please, somebody please explain to me. Explain to me how the poorest people have the most extravagant shit. How? I think think I make a decent income. I'm buying cutouts and shit. The fuck? The fuck? Y'all ain't got a Chuck E. Cheese? Because I'm pretty sure Tyner wants to be. I'm pretty sure Tyner would rather be called Chad. And actually, after the Bush-Gore election, I'm surprised white people still name their kids Chad. Don't you remember that Chads were not a good thing? Like I'm waiting for a white couple to pop out and name their kids Skin Tag at this point. What the fuck? Like what the fuck? And how long was those chicken salad croissants? And it wasn't a whole lot of chicken salad in them croissants, okay? And they look like they're the good croissants, the marketplace croissants from like the Kroger. Those they are good. They are buttery. They are. I hope they toasted them first before they let that chicken salad sit in there all day. And while she doing a get ready with me for her kid's birthday, like how is she arriving at the part? Did they have a party planner? So you could get a party planner, but not a dentist. You could get a party planner, but not a therapist. Because what's going on behind them eyes, Annabelle? She is the embodiment of alabaster. And what what? What white people are y'all okay? Are y'all raise your hand if you okay? If are you okay? Please. If we're in close proximity, please be okay. Okay. Because a lot of stories are very disturbing, and I don't want you to look up one day and forget that I'm a friendly. All right. Because like Madam BP said, I'll shoot you. My peace will make you steal. So Tyner, what the and why the mama got on an outfit that matches the party, but Tyner really don't. I feel like there was a lot of fruit snack negotiations going on after this party. Because I really didn't see anything that kids would want to eat. Now, I'm not saying that there are kids that don't like chicken salad, but most kids like want some pizza, some hot dogs, some burgers, some chicken nuggets, some dino nuggets, some shit like that. Are you giving a bunch of kids? Actually, I didn't even see a bunch of kids. We, you know what? I'm gonna have to go over there and be nosy again when I get off of here. Cause yeah, what the fuck? Is this my new telenovela? Finding kitty parties with a Trump thing? Like why? Why? I guess I shouldn't judge too much because I'm 47. Next year I'll be 48. And if anybody decides if they have an inclination, you could gladly throw me an orange blossom party. Those of y'all that have rainbow bright dolls. I'm sorry, strawberry shortcake dolls. Y'all know about orange blossom. She was the black one. Or a My Little Pony party. Look, I am not. But Trump. I mean, I guess if it was a first birthday, because everybody's still in diapers and you can't really understand what they're saying. And they have delusions of grandeur. And they're not quite 100% honest at that point. But Tyner, Tyner, I will say that I would adopt you and help you out, but I've seen The Omen. So no, absolutely not. And I've hit my quota on white babies in my family. People are still clowning me on TikTok. Because they were like, that's the nephew you've been talking about. He's white. I know he's white. I look at him damn near daily. I don't know what in my description of him made y'all think he was black. I love y'all, but sometimes y'all be slow. Sometimes y'all be slow. You really do. Okay? Darts, horses, and fireball. What made y'all think that was a black man? Okay. When I told y'all he smooth talking Uber driver in Florida into buying him alcohol as a minor, what made you think he was black? I told y'all this motherfucker used to fight teachers and not get suspended. And that equated to black for I love y'all. Sometimes y'all slow. Sometimes y'all, I know I can be naive. I understand that. Okay. I understand that. That's why I'm not allowed to leave the house by myself. Okay. Babe said I would definitely end up on an episode of Law and Order SVU because of the white van. Because they would either have French fries, Reese cups, or some puppies or some kittens, and I would be whisked away. Which is not, that's not, it is true. It is true. And I can't be left alone with the shaman of shenanigans. Yeah, side note, she's in elder care, not because she's sick. She knocked out the UPS guy. Knocked him smooth out. Tried to convince her niece that I should be her babysitter. No, I shouldn't. I failed tremendously the first 60 times they had me do it. Surprised we made it to 60 times. And yes, the bingo gang is still together. For those of you all that do not know about the shaman of shenanigans, she is the head bitch in charge of a bingo gang. Yes, a bingo gang. I call them Ocean's Ozempic. Okay, they're a group of octogenarians that go to bingo and get into all sorts of felony-driven shenanigans in my neck of the woods. They always try to convince me to get involved with the shit, and she has tricked me a couple times, and she has dosed me with marijuana and different beverages and baked goods more times than I care to admit. One time, right before I went live on a podcast. She does this shit for shits and giggles and then tells her family that I should be left in charge. I should not. I finally went back to the pharmacy where she knocked out her then best friend. Now, and Octo Robin is still trying to hop fences. She has not learned a lesson. Her hip is fine now, but no, she has learned no lessons. Absolutely none. I don't know why she doesn't go through the front door, wants to go out the back door and hop the fence. Don't fucking know. Don't fucking care. I'm not hopping it with her. And I'm not getting in fucking involved. I'm not trying to be the extra Thelma nor the extra Louise to whatever the fuck they got going on. This is why I'm not allowed to leave the house. I make odd friends that want to do hood shit. And you know it's bad when I'm the voice of reason. Like, oh no, that's not a good idea. I'm the fucking queen of shenanigans. I'm saying, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Put that down. Don't put that in your mouth. Put that back in your mouth, please. Where is your medication? Where's your cane? Would y'all, that should not be my plot in life. But I did one favor one time at Thanksgiving. And now I'm trying to avoid felony charges because of a bunch of old bitches that, and they look so cute and they look so innocent. You forget the shaman looks like if you took a fairy out of a book and brought it to life. Do you know how hard it is to look at a real life fairy and go, no, it's hard because you forget that she's diabolical. Absolutely not. But I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure for Christmas Eve she is my responsibility, and I'm pretty sure she's going to dose me again, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to know what it's in because at this point it's been in hot chocolate, it's been tea, it's been in a muffin or two, it was in some brownies. Shit, she even put it in a fucking cake once. Yes, they are feared for a reason. my sanity. And when I say she dosed me, oh, no. I don't know where she gets her marijuana from, but the one time, bitch had me, first of all, thinking that the closet was eating my food, well, and my clothes, and then I was in the closet calling my friend Courtney. Hey, girl, I'm in the closet. That's some fucked up shit. I don't. Took me 4 days to come off that high. Fuck that shit. Hell no. See, Christmas, you might as well. I think, yeah, I've tried to, like, I don't think I'm the right one for the job. And her niece is like, you are not the right one for the job at all. She runs right over you. And I only got one 100% good leg. So if she just takes off speed walking old person style, I really can't catch her. Okay. Have you ever seen a low speed disabled chase? I have, and I've been a part of one. Plus, I'm clumsy. Yeah, it wasn't good stuff. I was fucked up. Like, people started DMing me on TikTok, like, we haven't seen you in a while. You okay? No, I am not okay. I gotta stop being a simp. I really do. And on top of that, my oldest child gonna tell me that I'm the reason why he got gray hair. Well, fuck you too. Shit. I think that I'm a fairly well-behaved human being when I'm asleep. Now, since we've already talked about Trump, let's get into a little bit of politics. I know you've heard about the SAVE Act, and I know that most people are centering the SAVE Act around immigrants voting, or undocumented immigrants voting, which we know doesn't happen. And they're keeping the focal point on that. But no bill is singular. No bill is just black and white. Somebody's always tossing something into it. Kind of like somebody's always tossing something into Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert. If you're new here, we cope with things with jokes. So let's get into what's hidden in the SAVE Act.
Believe it or not, we're facing another government shutdown. Here's why. To prevent a government shutdown, you just have to pass a budget, but we can't because they've attached this bill. Here are 5 things to know about the SAVE Act and why it didn't pass. The SAVE Act would make it harder for Americans to vote by requiring proof of citizenship just for voter registration. This would impact millions of us who use regular documents, state-issued IDs, driver's license, to register to vote. If your driver's license doesn't match your birth certificate, like many married women, it could block you from voting altogether. Number 3, military IDs, veteran IDs would not be sufficient to register to vote. This is crazy. Number 4, the SAVE Act would force military folks who are deployed abroad to come back home to register in person. Number 5, it is already illegal for non-citizens to vote. In fact, there are guardrails already. If you try to vote or register to vote and you're not a citizen, you could be arrested and deported. They're betting the farm on a bill that would make it harder for Americans to vote. We need to pass a budget, period. It's that simple.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Please listen. Please listen. The SAVE Act was never about immigrants. All of the fuss that they're making about immigrants is not about immigrants. It's not about immigration. Okay. Anna Delvey, for God's sake, is on Dancing with the Stars with an ankle monitor on. Okay. They don't give a shit how many immigrants come in here because they all utilize immigrant labor for everything. And without migrant workers, our farming industry would tank. Okay. Okay. And, side note, Congress pass a bill so that these farmers can stop wasting so much of their profits, putting out newspaper ads, online ads, and radio ads for jobs that everybody knows American citizens, U.S. citizens aren't going to take. You know who's going to come in and do those jobs. You know who has the skill set to do those jobs. Stop just taking away people's money. But I digress. This is about preventing women from voting. They do not have the state's votes in order to rescind an amendment or add an amendment to take away all women's rights to vote because they're like, oh, this amendment, that amendment. First of all, it's multiple amendments when it comes to women's rights to vote. It's multiple amendments when it comes to a lot of things. We're no longer singular. We should have stuck to Thomas Jefferson's plan and revised the Constitution every 20 years, but we didn't. Joke's on us. This is about keeping women out of the voting block. There are women coming out on all sides of politics saying that where they live, whether at sporting events, in the car, whatever, they're hearing ads that are encouraging women not to vote and to let their husbands, their fathers, their sons, their brothers vote for the family. That's what they want. Because to say your voter registration has to match the name on your birth certificate while simultaneously trying to encourage women to change their last name. Because some people were like, oh, it's against the trans community. No. No. Nope. It's against women. It's against women. Now, if you have a long ass name, your whole name isn't going to fit on a voter roll anyway. It's not going to match, and you're just going to be disqualified. And think of how many immigrants are encouraged to change their name, Americanize their names when they move. Then that's another demographic that they can remove. It's not. People often complicate how white supremacy moves. White supremacy is simplistic. Conservatism is conserving the way of life from where it began. Will they adapt? Yes. Do they want to adapt? No. I liken it to, how people are so accustomed to debit cards and credit cards and everything. When that shit was first released, people didn't want it. Oh, no, that's not. Now they can't live without it. Because I remember when you didn't have a debit card at first, you had an ATM card. And then when they were like, oh, you can make purchases with this as well, and we can give you a different card that you can use at the, they didn't want to move from that because they're trying to conserve the lifestyle of where they started. That's why when people say that they're a traditionalist or a constitutionalist, when somebody is generally and says that they're a constitutionalist, they're not talking about the Constitution with all the amendments. Clock it. They are not talking about the Constitution with all the amendments. Just like I try to tell people, affirmative action wasn't really about a blow to minorities. It was a blow to white women intentionally. Were minorities used? Yes, because as long as you have the Black community and the brown community fighting against the Asian community, who's going to pay attention to the fact that anything else is going on? Because since affirmative action has been rescinded, all the articles are talking about Asian students and their collegiate admission. Where are the articles about women, young ladies getting into college? Now, I don't know about you, but I have insomnia from time to time, and I like to just put random stuff into search engines on social media apps to see what's going to pop up. And some recent high school graduates that are the feminine persuasion are pretty upset that they're not getting into certain schools. And recent collegiate graduates that are of the feminine persuasion aren't really, getting the offers that, those that came before them were getting. But who would have noticed? Because everybody's arguing about the leopards eating the faces of the Asian community. And the Asian community saying, hey, we didn't really have anything to do with this. We were used as tokens and spokespeople for this plan from this white man. And people are like, oh, white man, he's been trying to do this. He was doing this with white students. It's not about the ladies. Yes, the fuck it is. Yes, the fuck it is. When I told y'all that the mandates have been rolled out since the 1980s, since the Reagan administration, that certain things have already been in place to already implement parts of Project 2025 while everybody is losing their shit talking about prevent. You cannot prevent what is already loose in the house. Only thing you can do now is call the exterminator and spray it with Raid until the exterminator can get there. All of your nightmares about Project 2025, baby, they're already lurking. They're already working. They're already around you. At this point, we need to get Capitol Hill looking the way Capitol Hill needs to look so that they can help Madam VP Harris when she becomes president. Because in case you didn't know, the greater increase of voter registration and voter participation, historically, this nation votes blue. Argue with your ancestors over history. It's already there. It's already there because people are like, how is this getting overturned so quickly? How? It's not quickly. It's the long game. The GOP is like the single white female. They are like the stalker that sits there and watches you for years and learns what you like and then just casually meets you in a cafe and gives you your favorite flowers and orders your favorite coffee because you're just so in tune. And then you get locked in and you get moved in and you decide to be that trad wife, that trad husband. And you ask to use their laptop one day and you notice that they have everything written down. But it's too late. And you're fighting about what's going to come, not realize you're living in what's going to come. It's here. It's here. Things aren't happening at light speed. You're just discovering what's been there the whole time. Before you got out on your own and had the ability to vote, they had already covered the hardwood floors with the carpet, and you decided to never pull the carpet up until today. Now, since we started off pretty heavy and we had a little chuckle, then we had to talk about some serious stuff. We're going to end with this. And yeah, I think y'all, well, some of y'all might find it funny. Some of y'all might not. Yeah, because some of y'all might be perpetually on punishment by your kids like I am. I told y'all I behave when I'm asleep. But do not forget, there is a new blog up on Camp Taz, link in my bio. There is an upcoming class through Learning Through Black Literature. It's called Love and Whiskey. Prices are discounted right now because I always do a discount the first week. They go up to their regular prices after that. If you are not signed up for the first, if you sign up for the first class, you have that price throughout the entirety. If you do not sign up in the first week, then you get the regular price. And yes, I keep impeccable records, so you can't lie to me. Okay. So as always, each one teach one, each one reach one. do everything I would do and a few things that I wouldn't. See y'all Thursday with the white girl.
This video is for those of us who was raised by Generation X. If that's not you, keep scrolling. Ma, keep scrolling. I know you. I see you. Keep scrolling. Now that they gone, I just want to check in real quick. How y'all doing with raising y'all parents? Because this generation of parents is out of control. Okay? They aging backwards. They outside all day. They not even going to church on Sundays no more. They going to brunch. Okay? They're out of control. At this point, I can't even keep up with them. I'm struggling. Because my grandma, she was in bed by 10 and she was at that Sunday service every week, religiously. And now these new age parents, they even on the TikTok. My grandmama wasn't on nobody MySpace. This is out of control. And God forbid you try to tell them what to do. I remember growing up, they was all in their mamas and daddy business. Okay? Nowadays, if you even try to say something, they ready to fight. Why are you not tired, sir, ma'am? Y'all, it's past your bedtime. At this point, my mama making jokes about me wanting to stay inside. She asking me why I'm being old. And I'm just confused because this is backwards. Why are you being weird to me? Anyway, we can consider starting a support group because this is getting out of control and I need help. And I know y'all need help too.